Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Thursday morning chat. We get together every Thursday morning to talk business. We are here to share stories, build community, testimonials, questions, whatever
Question.
you would like. I do have something I do want to cover this morning, and I do think I should mute everyone because, and then when you want to talk, you can unmute. So I'm going to mute everyone. So when you want to speak, please unmute your line. And I am your host this morning, Robin. And great to see I love seeing all these faces. You know, there's nothing like being in person, but this is the second best thing we have. So before I jump into what I want to do, does anyone have any things you want to, burning shares for this morning? Stories, questions, anything? And you need to unmute your line, please. Well, I don't see anyone's hand up and I don't hear anyone unmuted. Okay. Well, I will jump into what Gregory and I wanted to talk about this morning. He'll be here in a few minutes. Oh, I think he is with us on the phone. So this morning we were talking yesterday on our director's call, our leaders call that we meet once a week. So as soon as you're a director and above, you get to join us on Wednesday mornings, and we talk about what we want to do and how we want to best support people. And the company, I think most of you should have received the email from the company, and I hope you're on the company email list. If you're not, there's a way to get on there. You go to your back office, you click on resources, you go to the left side, and I think it says company email. If someone wants to clarify exactly what it says, that would be helpful. Because they talk about what's going on. They share rank qualifications, rank advancements, and updates. And it's how you hear about specials. So this week, they sent a special notice out that the LifeWave Connect this coming week is David and Dr. Melinda Connor talking about some new research on X39. And it's going to be an extended program next Wednesday. So not tomorrow, but next Wednesday. And then another quick announcement on Friday, we have a very special guest. She's one of our communities, Sabine Kvenberg, and she is a professional acting coach. She's also a professional personal coach. And she is going to be talking about how to be professional in front of the camera, because we're all in front of the camera these days and there's things to learn. And she's also going to talk about what not to do. And so we can up our game very well and easily. And it's fun too to learn, because I think we've all been on, Zooms and things and seen things that were less than supportive for people's professionalism. So we're going to have a good time tomorrow on Friday. Is that tomorrow? It is. It's tomorrow. So you can invite your guests to that, because we're all using Zoom these days, and FaceTime and Skype and all these other online um, vehicles. So that'll be a wonderful program at 8 a.m. Pacific. And back to the corporate email, they are cracking down on compliance in a big way. And so if you have an email or a web address or anything that has one of the company's branded names in it, you need to make a change. So if it's robinx39 at gmail.com, not okay. All right. And if it's a website or a Facebook name, you do need to change it. And they're being very nice right now. And a lot of you have made some changes already, so great. And then after that, there'll be who knows how it's going to roll out, but just know that they are working on that. So we were on the phone with Jim Caldwell yesterday and working on the gifting brochure that Gregory created and tweaking it to support the up leveling of compliance. We're no longer allowed to say the word pain. We've been able to do that for a long time because we do have clinical proof, but we need to shift, like all the other networking companies, into extreme discomfort. And we don't use the word heal. So just know we're going to be tweaking all of that. And we'll probably do a call on compliance. So that brings me to the topic of today. And the topic of today we talked about yesterday was called income assurance. And income assurance comes from, I mean, the beauty of our business model is we can truly create residual income. And residual income comes from people ordering regularly. And I think a lot of us have realized that our retention could use some work. And we had some ideas of what we can be doing better to make it easier for everyone. So, something, and I'd love to hear from other people too. But what I've started doing is when someone is brand new and they've enrolled as a distributor, I'm very clear with them. I say, are you interested in building a business? And they say, well, yes, that's why I joined as a distributor. I said, okay, in order to accumulate volume and put yourself in an income position, income assurance, you want to make sure your position stays active. So let's set up your monthly subscription. Later on, you may want to get a maintenance kit or a diamond kit or something, but for now, or you may have enough customers, but just to guarantee that you stay in the position where you are income producing and keeping your volume from flushing, keeping that volume growing, want to make sure you are getting your products. And the other part of that is no one wants to run out of X39, you know, or some of the other patches if they're really making a huge difference. So I want to open things up for other comments and ideas of what you're doing and how we can best support everybody in income assurance. And Gregory, pop in whenever you're ready. Well, he's connecting to his audio. He's on his phone. So who
I
wants?
signed up.
Go ahead.
I signed up a gold, and it would be because I forget when you sign up a distributor, they don't have an auto ship, so you have to go back and set up one.
Correct.
So it'd be nice if there was a little reminder. Don't forget to set up your auto ship.
I'm ready.
Remember to, yes, I totally agree with you. And that's something that we've been working on.
Hey.
Yeah. Or would you like to set up your auto ship? Or,
Someone's garbly. Gregory, you're coming in garbly. We can't understand you. I'm sorry. He wants to say something, but we can't understand him. Yeah, it would be great to have it be really easy. It's not very intuitive either. So to have that, you know, tab that says monthly or monthly subscription, include how to set it up instead of having to go to the store to set it up. So that's a great suggestion, Wendy, and we'll make sure that we add that again because it's definitely been in conversation. So who has other comments or ideas of how to really support income assurance and keeping people active with their business?
Robin, this is Kay, and I did want to, I followed through on what you asked for. So to sign up for the email, they go to resources, and on the left, it's called email list for members.
Thank you. Beautiful.
And then I wanted to ask, when I heard that yesterday, I heard it was income insurance rather than assurance. Did you decide to change it, or?
Well, it's a really good question, Kay. Gregory and I talked about that this morning. He said it's actually income assurance because it assures that you get income.
But most people do have insurance, and you know, that's something we're used to having. And so maybe we could discuss which term.
We're open and
Yeah.
we can call it whatever we want, insurance or assurance, but we want to make sure people understand. And what I'd like to do is ask you guys, what are I think there are 6 ways that people stay active. What are they? Yell them out.
I'll bet Anne Marie can do that. She's teaching it for me this morning.
All right, you go, Anne Marie.
I don't have my notes in front of me, but I think I'll remember this. So first of all, just set up an the monthly subscription. We don't call it auto ship.
Yeah.
Monthly subscription, or just hope that you can remember every month, which is not a very good practice at all. Do a maintenance kit, so you're covered with BV for 3 to 6 months, depending upon your kit. Upgrade to another kit, and that's in the store. Just drop down the menu and click on upgrade. What position you're in, you'll find out what you can upgrade to, or do a diamond, upgrade all the way to diamond and get covered for 14 weeks, I believe, in 110 BV.
You got it.
Yeah. Did I?
And did you mention customers?
Oh, sorry, customers, yes, customers, and you just need one customer buying what, 55 BV? Oh, two? Okay,
Yeah,
two,
the BV on a customer order is lower because there's commission. So an X39, and we get 77, and the BV for a customer order is 43. So
Okay.
two
two,
customers,
two customers.
great.
Okay,
So I'd say also the diamond upgrade is 14 weeks, but it's at 55 PV.
The
Not-
upgrade is 55, but the original purchase is 110.
No, I don't think so.
Well, they changed it, Tim.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
did
good.
they? I'll go look it up.
Great,
Yeah,
thanks.
they did change it. So if you're enrolling a diamond, and this is what I started doing when enrolling a diamond, you want to also set up their monthly subscription, but you just put it out 14 weeks. You have control of the date because who's counting 14 weeks, you know? And there is a section on your back office for maintenance orders. So you can track, let's say you have a bunch of people getting maintenance orders. I love those because I don't have to think about it for 6 months. And a few weeks ago, my volume went to 0 and I went, oops, you know, so I placed an order right away and it all came back as I was that close. So in a maintenance order, you can track in your back office under organization, it says team maintenance orders, and you can see who's getting maintenance orders. And if someone's down to 1, you can, you know, give that nice courtesy call. And also in the back office in the volume section, you can, and personally enrolled, I'm sorry, under organization, you can see if your people are active or not. If there's the green check, red X, or red or orange triangle. So those are important. The orange triangle means you have to order by next week. The red one means you need to order by this Sunday, which is the end of our pay period. So it's really, really important that we all start, because it used to be required in a lot of companies to have a monthly subscription. We're shifting from auto ship to monthly subscription, and it's a transition, so both are fine, but we want to move into monthly subscription. But now the government says you can't require it for being a distributor. You can require them to be active, but not require a monthly subscription. And so setting it up when they're brand new, because I can't tell you how many calls I get. Oh my gosh, my volume flushed. And I think several of you've gotten that too. So what other comments or questions do you guys have about this? Does this make
Well,
sense?
Yeah, it's Helen. I just looked up the diamond pack. You get 2 trickle orders of 110, it says.
Right.
2.
Right. They recently shifted it from 55 to 110
Yeah,
because
that's better.
most diamonds are going for manager right away, and you
Yeah.
need 110, and then they still have to place an additional order at 55. So that was a very good adjustment they made.
Yeah, so they get $3.90 on the first one and then 2 trickles. So the other thing is when anybody signs up for, say a maintenance pack, you could still go into your monthly subscription and place the order for the end of that, just so you don't slip.
Well,
You
that's
know,
a
this-
great idea.
Yeah, anytime you do that, right?
That's a great idea, Helen.
Thanks.
Yeah, wonderful. So who else has comments or questions about this? Because this is the lifeblood of our business, is people getting product regularly. And we just want to make it as easy as possible for that to happen.
I was wondering if there's any progress on getting customers, when you look at your personally enrolled people, it's got a red X next to the customers that they're not active. And
Well-
we did speak about this, that maybe we can get that they are active.
Well, what shows is that they have an auto ship. And so that is a green check, Sarah.
Oh, okay.
I see what you're saying, but the status, it does show up as a red X. Yeah, so, yeah, hold on. Okay, we have someone who just walked in the door here. Yes, so customers show up differently. It does show up as a red X, but it has a green check for auto ship. Yes, who else? questions, comments. This is a really, really important part of our business. And retention is one of those things that, takes a lot of energy to bring in a new person. So we want to keep them and make it as easy as possible. And I'm on convenient, I like the term convenience plan. I mean, we get our dog food on convenience plan and our kitty litter. And, I just am so grateful that I don't have to think about, that every month, that it just gets handled. So it is truly a convenience for people,
That's a really good term.
isn't it?
Instead of auto ship, that's a really good term. That's how I got my kitty litter. You betcha.
You use Chewy?
Absolutely. Love them. My
Anyone
husband
who
loves
has
not,
anyone who has pets, I don't know if they ship to Canada, but boy, we love Chewy. Yes.
my husband loved not carrying a 40-pound bag of kitty litter out of Sam's.
I totally
door.
agree. I totally agree. Yes, we have 3 dogs, so it really helps. Yes. So other comments or questions about this? Because this is vital to the foundation of our business. Gregory, you're trying to connect to audio, I see, but
What's a trickle order?
a trickle order is when you get a maintenance kit, you have your option of a 3 or 6 month. Raise your hand or say out loud that you don't know what a maintenance kit, so I can talk about it. Is there anyone who doesn't? Oh, everybody does.
Is a trickle order a maintenance kit?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
So when you're choosing a maintenance kit, you want to pay close attention to the BV because there's different BVs for different maintenance kits.
And the
And-
product.
Huh?
And the product.
There's different
Some are
products. too.
X39.
There's
and some aren't.
X39 maintenance kits and all the other ones.
Yeah.
So it's really, really important to be attentive because if you're a manager and above, you need 110 in personal volume to be qualified to be paid at that rank. And if you pick a maintenance kit that's only 55, you won't qualify at the rank. You'll need to place an additional order unless you have customers. If you have customers that fill in the difference of 55, great. You don't need it. But I love the maintenance kits. I'm a big fan of the, I don't know if it's maintenance kit 3 for the X39 because you pay $749 and you get 9 X39. So it takes the price down really well. The other maintenance kits save you money because you're only paying shipping once. And a lot of people in warm climates like to get a maintenance kit so that they don't get shipments through the summer if they're going on vacation or something. It's a wonderful thing to get. Okay.
I'm wondering, may I ask, is there a way to know when your maintenance kit is due to be renewed?
Yes. If you go to your back office, Sarah, and go under organization, there's a tab on maintenance orders. And it'll tell you how many months left, or you can go to your orders under the order tab and look when your last, you can see the line of orders that you have in there. And it'll tell you, you'll be able to tell how many you have left.
Oh, good. Thank you.
2 ways. Great. What else? Love these questions.
How do you know if you have enough points that you don't have to order?
Good question, Wendy. So one of these days I'm going to do a back office training. You go under commissions and then you go to volume. And when you go to volume, it'll show, it's a week by week chart.
Right?
And you'll see in blue, it's 31-day rolling volume. That'll tell you
Right.
what your personal rolling volume is for the 31 days. And I was talking to someone yesterday and we looked and they were really like, what happened? And I said, well, they're not qualified to get paid because their volume's only 43. So they needed, at least 55. And you'll be able to see it. Anything that's in blue in that chart is a clickable link. It's a live link. And you can click on it and it'll show, like when I look at my volume and it's, I don't know, it's a few hundred and I click on it, it's got me and all my customers
Right.
in there. Okay. Good.
So
question.
if I go in the week of my auto ship and my rolling volume is 300, I don't have to place an order that week.
Correct.
And then I could just move it out to next month.
If that's what you want. If you don't need the product. you're covered.
Okay. And then
make-
what if that dips that month?
Well, it's really important that you look at that every week
Okay,
because we're on a weekly pay basis and
right.
you want to make sure you're qualified every week at the volume, the personal volume for your rank to stay qualified, either 55 or 110.
So then if it dips, I'd have to order.
Correct.
Okay,
So
weekly.
is that something you do on Saturday night? Because the weekend's on Sunday, or?
You can. It depends. Or you
idea.
can get a few more customers,
Right.
It depends
Okay.
what you need for yourself and what you're trying to accomplish. Yes, very good.
Robin, I have a question about this. I'm looking at the commissions volume. Thank you for
Yes.
pointing that out. I've never seen it before. And I don't know how to know when my 14 weeks of diamond is up.
Okay, so you
And
go up to your order tab, Kay,
Okay,
and you look at the date that you got your diamond kit,
okay,
and then you count 14 weeks, or you see how many trickle orders. It's the first order and 2 trickle orders. But also, if you go under volumes, if you have an orange triangle, it means it's time to order.
yes, I knew that. I was just trying to look ahead. I wondered if it could somehow be added to this commissions volume list. In other words, all I'm seeing is my preferred customers volume while I look at this.
Okay, and if it's more than 110, you're fine.
Yeah.
You don't need to order unless you want to.
Mhm. Thank you.
Okay, great. Any final comments or questions? I hope this was helpful. Was this helpful?
Like
Yes,
talking.
I'll say something.
On
So-
the rolling volume, once
Yes,
you put in your monthly auto ship or convenience order, see, I get confused because it's a weekly thing, but we order monthly.
I know, but it'll
So-
show up, it'll show like, and there's a new column there, and I'm not going to get into that today. There's a new
Good.
column that's over 110. And once a month, they take that volume and put it in your pay leg. That's a new piece to the back office reporting that just got added. There's a few other new pieces that are just got added, and that's one of them. Another is, we've now started, we have a 50, what is it? Gregory calls it a 52-day. Oh, I forget the term he used, but any volume that's older than 52 weeks will be
Flushes.
flushed, and that's the old volume. And they have Gregory has a term for that. I forget. It sounded much better than what I just said, but the mature volume, and that's part of and just about every binary program does that. I don't know why ours took 16 years to get there, but there's usually, if you have a large leg and a smaller leg, you're accumulating much more volume every week on that larger leg. So you're in good shape. All right, everybody, it's the end of our time. So I'm going to stop our recording. And so remember, tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific is Sabine on being a pro in front of the camera. Something I think all of us could use if you want to be professional.